Hi friends! Today I'm going to teach you how to make this necklace out of a recycled purse, a bunch of old studs, in an earring, and it's going to be an adventure because I've never done this before, so let's have fun. Let's get colorful today. I'm going to show you how to take things that you found at the Goodwill, or if you're a hoarder like me and have a bunch of shit around your house, how to use it to make cool shit, or it could be a disaster. Let's just have a good time, shall we? First thing I'm gonna do is cut up this $4 purse that I got at the Goodwill and turn it into a necklace. Cut at the seam here and cut on the other seam. Cut off the tag. And what I'm gonna try to do is preserve as much of this pink stuff as I possibly can, because guess what? That could also be another necklace. And you know what? I think instead of cutting that, I'm just gonna use some seam rippers. I'm gonna seam rip the shit out of this hoe. You'd be amazed at all the things that you could upcycle, and it's super cheap, and I really enjoy doing it. I come up with all kinds of weird, wacky stuff this way, especially when it comes to like vinyl stuff. You know, you end up paying like 45 bucks or so for a choker online made out of, you know, this kind of material, and when you could just make it at home. I'm sure y'all know that like at Joann's, buying this stuff per the yard is ridiculous. Like no point, and very rarely will you ever find it. Can't beat 4 bucks on an old cheapo purse. And you're also being environmentally friendly, eco-conscious. I feel good every time I upcycle. The point is trying to preserve as much of the material as possible. Woohoo, man down! But you just never know where the bag has been. Maybe it would have made more sense to clean it before I got going, but fuck it. Here we are. Gonna clean it. Not gonna bother with the bottom of this bag, but I bet you I could cut something out of there and make like a little design or such. But I'll save that for a different day. Now I'm going to focus on getting all of the little pieces of string off of there. I thought this time I would try to make 2 different chokers out of this bag for funsies. Now I am going to measure my neck. And I do want to leave like a little bit of space, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that orange earring, that little, let's see, where'd it go? I'm going to take this orange piece of plastic, and it's going to wrap like that. Be one of these kinds. So I want to leave enough so that way I can do that. And I want to leave enough so that way I can put clasps on. Where I just take this, fold it in half, because math, not my forte. I'm just going to fold it in half, take this bad boy, and figure out where that's going to stop. Oh my gosh, it's almost perfect. Wow, that's crazy. Almost perfectly on a seam. So I'm just going to use that seam as a reference. And then I have to decide how thick do I want this thing. I would say about 1.5 inches thick, maybe about 1.25 inches. And lucky for me, since I picked something that's got, you know, like this kind of plaid look to it, I just follow the lines of my plaid. It's going to be so easy. But I would suggest that if you didn't have a pattern that makes it easy for you to follow, you know, cutting in a straight line or whatever, that you definitely measure this out and take your time with it. Pray I can cut in a straight line. hold it to the light. Sweet. And you know what? I'm just gonna do that same thing on the other side. Gosh darn it, if it didn't come out wrong. It's not too bad. It's not too shabby. And it's not gonna be too noticeable on the skin either. I'm telling you that right now. If anybody's looking that close at you, well, just be flattered. Cool beans. Got it. Now I'm gonna fold her in half just to make sure at least the ends where this is gonna meet doesn't look all funky. Perfect. Okay. And look at how we already have that stitching there. Those little holes to help us. And things like that happen. So now I just fold her in half. I'm going to hand stitch this. Yeah. Because there's just no way my machine can get close enough. I have some colors here. I'm thinking since that's pink, why the hell not? Let's make it pink. I'm trying to think maybe clear would have been a better option. Yeah guys, I'm gonna go back through with it. Just clear. I just don't like that. That's alright though. Okay. Got this nylon. I'm gonna use that instead. Alright. Next thing that we're gonna add now that this has been sewn in are these little clasps here. And I think for something this size, we'll probably just use 3. We need to decide how tight do you want this bad boy to be. Alright, so I'm just going to hold in place on one of the sides where we were just at. Now I'm just going to take a marker. Since I didn't have any cool buckles and etc., this will work just fine. So I'm just going to start with the little clasps. Go over that a few times to make sure that it's really secure on there. Alright, so now that we have the clasps, or whatever you want to call them, installed, I am taking an extremely disgusting, ancient vest of mine and salvaging spikes from it. Salvage spikes, salvage spikes. Also, no reason to throw away perfectly good spikes. Alright, now that I have salvaged plenty of little spikes, I'm getting out some other kinds of spikes. And we will line them up on here. Now that I have all that lined up, I'm just gonna take a Sharpie and make little dots where the screws need to go. Take this and screw that on there. Oh my gosh, look at that. Our first one. Oh. Did it go according to plan? I hope y'all know Gordon Gould is a purely experimental channel. Every time I make something, it's pretty much guaranteed I have never fucking done it before. I'm just sitting here trying to figure it out. That might make me not a reliable source of information. Oh my god, please just work. Oh, I did it! I got it! It's on! Yay! Wait, we put this on. You know, it's like 2010s are calling. Yeah. 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 This doodad. You guys know what it's called. Words. You know words.